You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Okay, guys and gals, we're going to talk about the Denver Broncos. More specifically, we're going to talk about Jerry Jeudy, a couple of different things involving him. Number one, Steve Smith has come out and made some further comments about Jerry Jeudy. We know on Thursday Night Football just a few weeks ago, Steve Smith shredded Jerry Jeudy into pieces like we had never seen anybody do before with a I can't remember the last time somebody was that upfront, that honest about criticism of an NFL player coming from another NFL player. One of the things I mentioned when I did that video is the fact that a lot of times, especially among wide receivers, you see wide receivers tend to be very forgiving of each other. Well, we know Steve Smith wasn't. He obliterated Jerry Jeudy. And we've also got some betting lines, and if you were going to trade for one of the two Broncos receivers, Courtland Sutton or Jerry Jeudy, which one would you want? Okay, and when I say betting lines, I'm talking about who is the favorite right now to land Jerry Jeudy. I hadn't thought about something when it came to the Patriots, another team we cover extensively on this channel. But Mac Jones and Jerry Jeudy played college together. They played at Alabama. It never even crossed my mind, even though I watched them play a million times, and that does make you wonder with Bill O'Brien there. One part of New England's newfound success last week was they ran a lot of Alabama principles. So let's get to this, and we will check this out. Steve Smith has come out, and he is apologizing to Jerry Jeudy. That's right, apologizing for his remarks that he made. He was on with Pat McAfee yesterday. And I guess he's saying, I wish I hadn't have approached it in the manner that he did. But let's listen to what Steve Smith has to say about Jerry Jeudy.
Okay. And so what I like to do is I like to look people in the eye, whether it's good or bad, to get a real sense of who they are. Even in my business world investments, I meet with people to kind of really know, to get a sense of them. And so when I approached Jerry Jeudy, I wanted to say that I apologize because it was the type of words that I used that obviously did not sit well with him. And that's more important than walking back my words, because if you could talk about a man, you got to be able to look that man in the eye and say something and give him an opportunity. And so when he responded the way he did, which I won't get into the totality and also what all was said, is when he said, I was like, all right. And so I didn't handle, right? I was getting light-skinned. I didn't handle it. I was very emotional when he said it. And so I came back on the air, was like, all right, cool. And so for me, this will be the last time. I want to apologize, and this is my apology, and I got to do it the same way I showed my tail publicly. Is I apologize for how I said it, what I said, and it didn't sit well, and that wasn't my intent. But what's done is done, and I'm sorry. And it makes me more aware that I got to use different words and not make it come across like I'm jealous or envious of the current players, because I'm not. I actually appreciate and love the current players.
Okay, so anyway, he come back and he seemed to apologize for what he said to Jerry Jeudy after obliterating him on Thursday Night Football while everybody was watching. And, this led us down the road to check out Jerry Jeudy because he called him just another guy. And once you started pulling his statistics up and started looking, you realized Jerry Jeudy was kind of just another guy. I mean, it wasn't that Steve Smith was actually wrong. In fact, between the two receivers, Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, it's not even that close. Like, if I'm in the market for a wide receiver, I'm going after Courtland Sutton before I go after Jerry Jeudy. Look at this. 4th in the league in touchdowns with 5. 351 yards, 31 receptions. Jerry Jeudy, 25 receptions, only 286 yards, no touchdowns. He can't seem to find the end zone this year. And in fact, guys, you notice I got more than 50 receivers brought up over at PFF. Jerry Jeudy's ranked number 54. Okay, Cortland Sutton's way down at 36. But when you look at these numbers, you can bring this up either 50 at a time or 100 at a time. And I had the top 50 brought up, and I was like, you can see that little control find, and he wasn't nowhere to be found. I had to expand it. So, do you believe that, I guess you got to ask yourself as Halloween approaches, and in this case, it's Halloween / NFL trade deadline, which is going to be really busy for this channel. Would you be in the market if you're going after a Broncos receiver? And we've heard that business is open in Denver. Who are you going after, Jerry Jeudy or Cortland Sutton? All right. Now, Vegas has weighed in on this. BetOnline.ag. They've got the Chiefs as the leading favorite to get Jerry Jeudy. The question is, would Denver actually do this? We've seen very rare occasions, a la the Eagles trading in division, Donovan McNabb to the Redskins, but it often doesn't happen. But would the Broncos actually deal their receiver to their hated rival, which they play this weekend? And we'll get to that in a second, because I know many of you are wondering, will Taylor Swift be there? Well, we got that answer for you, because I know so many hardcore football fans really care. You're probably like me. You don't care at all. So anyway, I found this very interesting. It's got all these teams listed. Goes down through plus 650, 49ers, plus 650, Bills, 675. The Colts are buying right now. The Patriots, plus 700. And I bring that up because this is a pivotal weekend. It's the weekend where if teams like Denver or New England are going to make a step in the right direction, and you got to think the Broncos are selling regardless. But for New England, their schedule's about to get very light. Okay, they've had the hardest strength of schedule in the league thus far. New England's literally got 6 winnable games on the schedule as of right now. Like blatantly winnable games, okay? Some could argue 7 very winnable games on the schedule. And would they be in the market for Jeudy? I don't know. You got to wonder, have they thought about the fact that Mac Jones and Jerry Jeudy have a relationship prior and have caught balls and played with each other and have a previous chemistry from college? Maybe that's as much as I cover both these teams, it never even crossed my mind, and it did earlier today, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I hadn't thought about that. So Taylor Swift, I know many of you are anxiously wondering whether Taylor Swift will be at the game. Chiefs versus Broncos, and guess what? She won't be. She won't be at the game. My goodness. Whoever's broadcasting this game has got to be in tears right now. And I know you're like, why are you talking about this? Believe it or not, folks, the CBS game where she was at the other day was the highest CBS game in 10 years in viewership. 10 years. I don't understand that. I can't relate to giving a rip about anybody involved with pop culture or being a fan of any musical artist or actor or anything like that, to the point that if they show up in a booth at a football game, I've got to tune in just to see her reaction. That is crazy. She's going on per TMZ, she's going on the overseas leg of her Eras Tour, whatever that is. This will be the second Chiefs game Swift hasn't been at since her rumored romance with Travis Kelce began. The Grammy-winning superstar made her first appearance at Arrowhead for the Chiefs' 41-10 win over the Bears. And then it goes on to chronicle all the other games that she has showed up at. And look, CBS posted this stat line with Swift in attendance, without. And by the way, CBS got destroyed over this. Actual football fans absolutely destroyed them. the actual NFL fans they don't give a rip about this Taylor Swift thing. They truly don't. But nonetheless, it's a thing. It's a story. That Sunday night football game she was at, I think it was that. No, it was the Jets and the Chiefs scored a gargantuan Sunday night football game rating. It was higher than it had been in several years. I mean, it's just ridiculous, you know. But I saw that and was like, I'm throwing that in this video because I know so many of you, whether you're a Broncos fan or a Chiefs fan, you're so concerned with the big game coming up right before the trade deadline, whether or not Taylor Swift's going to be in the booth screaming on her bow. Oh, boy. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. If you are a person in need of wide receiver and you're interested in Broncos receivers, are you going after Jeudy or Sutton? I think Sutton, really. Except maybe the Patriots. I don't know. That's an interesting dynamic I hadn't thought about. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.